Hello, everyone. This is the Minimum Tomorrow orientation for those who were not able to make the in person one. So, what we wanted to do today was just kind of go over the program and so you guys can kind of know what's going on and also kind of understand what will be happening as the summer program goes on through the summer. So, as you know, our name is Men of Tomorrow. We want to let you know what we kind of do here. Our main focus, especially for the summer program, it is to teach and equip our young men with life skills that they're going to need as they grow into men. Some of those things are dealing with peer pressure, goal setting, how to make better decisions, self esteem, responsibility. The list goes on and on and on and on of some of the things that we're going to teach them in the classes that we have that just deal with life in general and things that we need to know. Now, to get into the program, we're going to talk about our schedule. So, our schedule should be given to you, if not by myself or one of my mentors, it will be given to you or sent to you, probably by Trish, if you don't get it from one of us. And that will give you the schedule for the week. And so when you see the schedule, the kids are required to come to at least two classes a week. Now, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's something that is called game time, and they can sign up for game time if they want to come in and like play games and be here and play video games or whatever, play video games against each other. They are allowed to come in and do that. But as far as the classes, those classes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also Sunday. Now, Sunday is a little bit of a special day, and so only those whom we tell about Sundays to come will be offered the Sunday, but the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be open for everybody to come and to have those classes. But remember, in order to qualify for the trip and the bigger trip that we'll be talking about later on, the students must complete at least two classes per week. That is a requirement. And if there is any reason why they can't make two classes in any particular week, please let us know as the parents. And we will make adjustments to give them an excuse if it's something that you guys have them doing. Um, the next is rules. We go over rules with the students when they come in. So when they have their first class, we will talk about behavior, respect for one another, no fighting, etc., etc. There's also a handbook. If you guys want one, please inform us, and we will give you the handbook that goes over all those things. A lot of people don't read it, but it's a long little book, and so they give you an overview of like the rules. But I can give you those briefly here. It's basically common, just respect. Um, do the things that you're told to do. We're not gonna treat the kids bad. We're gonna give them good treatment as far as how we deal with them. We will always also, if we have a behavior problem, we're going to inform the parents of what's going on and what happened and etc. And depending on situations, there are consequences to certain actions, but those things will be discussed. So it is a case by case basis, depending on the situation. It could be all the way up to removal from the program to not able to come a few days, disqualification of the trip. That's easy to do because we really can't afford to take kids that are not going to be cooperative that far across the country. We're going to California, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, so we got the requirement, and it's pretty simple. They need to come to at least two classes per week, actual classes, not game time days. The next thing that we will talk about is the trip. So, if your kid qualifies for the trip, the dates are July 23rd through the 28th. And as always, if you guys are not familiar with our program, but as always, we take care of everything, transportation, lodging, and food. And so if your kid wants to do some, get extra things like souvenirs, et cetera, you can give them money to do so. But all of their major needs will be taken care of as far as housing, lodging, food for every day. They will have food, and also for transportation. So in this case, it would be flights. All flights are taken care of. And so we pride ourselves in doing that because our reality is that we want to be a relief to the parents, and we don't want to be an extra burden to you. And so you are not obligated to pay anything for your kid to go on this trip. Now, behavior on the trip, we will talk about that. If something happens, we're gonna have a personal, actual phone call or a conversation about what would be the protocol if your child begins to act out in a way that we feel like um, is out of control. And then, so what do you want us to do? What will be the protocol? And we will agree on those terms, and then we will talk about that. But we don't anticipate having any situations like that, but we always have to have them in place. Um, Next, I think that we've covered most things in that we do are working on. We usually have those, but we are working on getting our tutors. We had to change up a little bit, so the tutors will probably be coming in a little late, but we will offer tutors for kids that may need some help academically. If your child is one of those, like in any subject that are having a little struggle, please let us know. And as soon as those tutors come in, we will have them work with them and figure out whatever spot that they need the most help with, and see what can be done to kind of help them get on track for the school year when it starts. So if they're behind in anything or struggling in any subject, please let us know, and we will let the tutors know. We are working on making sure they are here at least by the end of this month, so that we give the rest of July and the first part of August that they will be working with kids. Um, the next part is our mental health specialist. We do have one of those. So if there's anything that the kids are dealing with, as far as emotionally going through some different things or whatever, they are allowed to talk to the mental health specialist. Also, the mental health specialist sometimes may just sit down and talk to a kid and just check up on them, etc. So if you do not want your kid to talk to the mental health specialist, please let us know. But it's nothing that is like extremely digging deep unless they actually see a problem and they want to tackle that. But you will always be informed. But other than that, it's just surface, like how you doing, how things going, anything that you're struggling with, feelings wise, etc. She just checks on them. What's next? I think really I wanted this to be really quick and short. This wasn't a long orientation. Um, but what it really is that we just wanted to give you an overview of some of the things that happens. We do have a lot of local trips too. I wanted to make sure that so those can fluctuate just depending on different times. We may I know for sure that we are planning to go to the Ducks game in Akron and be in one of those suites with the kids and have a good time there. We also are planning to probably go to Columbus at some point to have an outing where they're going to the go kart place, and then we'll go out and get some food, etc. After that. Um, what else? I know that we have a couple other ones, but they don't come to my head right now. But I know I have a couple, but they really like just local outings. What we use those outings for really is to also assess like if you're able to handle smaller outings, we can see that you will probably be more um, equipped or able to handle when we do a far trip. And so that does determine whether you will qualify. So if you get to acting up, your kid is not listening, when we do our small trips, then we will have a conversation about whether it's a good idea or not a good idea to take them all the way to California. Um, What else is it? I think that really is about it for today. This is a quick 10-minute orientation for you. The most important thing, please understand, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me to ask me so we can go into any detail or further details you need to know. I know that these days attention spans are not that long, and so I did not want to get on here and talk for 20 to 30 minutes. I wanted to make it quick and informative, and so that you get some information. But if you have other questions, don't hesitate to call me. My phone number is 330-754-0192. That's 330-754-0192. Call me anytime for us to discuss whatever further questions you may have about the program. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Looking forward to your kid being a part of our great program.